Okay, sure. Well, happy Friday, guys. Thank you for being here. Yay. Oh, wonderful. Are we live? Okay. Well, happy Friday, friends. Thank you for being here, whether you are in person with me here in the studio or if you are virtually. So thank you. We are going to start. So first thing for you guys at home, if you have a yoga strap or a belt, something that you can grab, please grab one. And lots of pillows, blankets, props, maybe a bolster if you have one, some yoga blocks. And if you don't, no worries, but it will just hopefully you can use them just to make the experience a little more restful. We're going to start. Our first pose is going to be Supta Baddha Konasana, our reclined butterfly pose. I've got these wonderful blankets here in the studio. So, suggestion to make the blankets kind of bolster, shape, length. See, play with them a little bit, you guys. And set them up. Thank you, Piggy. Set them up so you can come to lay over them, and they're going to be long ways along your mat. And if you're at home, you can make a stack with pillows. You're going to come to sit with the back of your hips as close to your stack as possible. Then join the soles of your feet together. You can put pillows, blankets, or in my case, yoga blocks underneath the knees. And then take your time to come back over your stack and get comfy. If you need to rearrange, please do. So get yourself nice and comfortable there. Starting off in this restorative pose. Let me know if you guys need anything. And just relaxing here. Take a few deeper breaths. And allow your body to be supported by the props. If your body doesn't feel supported, then adjust to make sure that you do. I was thinking a lot about the idea of the root chakra, the foundation, the stability that the root chakra represents. And rather aptly, it was Earth Day yesterday, so the root chakra really has a lot to do with all the things that provide stability and foundation for us. So in this case, when we're in a restorative pose, really thinking about all that supports you here. So allow yourself just to get comfortable. Closing the eyes. And starting to tune into the breath. Just becoming aware of the inhale and the exhale. Just observing how your body's feeling, your energy levels today. Does that feel better? Notice any parts of the body that may just be needing some extra attention this morning. And if at any point it feels uncomfortable with the soles of the feet together here and the legs like this, please just take the legs long. Allow yourself really to come to this place of ease, so you can allow yourself to open and soften. Just noticing the flow of the breath. Notice the parts of the body moving with the breath. Notice where the breath perhaps feels a little stuck. And of course, if you need to make any little wriggles, any adjustments, do so to allow yourself to feel supported and comfortable. Feeling into the support of the props beneath you. Feel how the stack of blankets, pillows, allows your chest to be open, allows there to be more space through the rib cage so that you can really utilize the breath. So as you start to drop in here, releasing whatever came before getting here, set an intention for your practice this morning, today. Thinking about the kind of energy you wish to bring to this time on your mat. The energy you wish to bring to the rest of your day. And gratitude that we can be practicing here together, both in person and then also virtually, in time and in space. And taking a moment to just send gratitude out there for all that supports you in your life. The material support, the emotional support, the people in your life, pets, community, your practice. Just enjoy resting here for a few moments longer, just following the flow of your breath. And start to slowly deepen the breaths. And if the soles of your feet are still touching, it may feel good to just place the feet now flat on the floor, about hip width apart. And take a moment here to really ground. And this is a lot of what root chakra is about. It's this idea of grounding, finding stability, foundation. The root chakra is located at the base of the spine. And the extension of the root chakra are the legs and the feet. So just taking some time to really feel into your connection with the earth through the feet. when you're ready from here, roll to one side. And no hurry, take your time moving your stack of blankets or pillows, whatever, away from the center of the mat. And it may feel nice to lay a blanket out on your mat. We're going to come back to laying on our backs, this time laying flat on the back, knees bent. Allow the shoulders to now soften into the earth. Allow the hips to drop down. When you feel ready from here, draw the knees in towards the chest, and we're going to place right hand on right knee, left hand on left knee, and start with some circles, circling the legs away from one another. So as you inhale, you can push the legs gently away from each other, and then as you exhale, you can draw them in towards you. So we're just making some of these circles, moving into the hips. You can change direction with your circles, so you go the other way with the knees. When you feel balanced, when you feel as though you've evened up both sides, pause at center, hug the knees in. And then we'll keep the right leg drawing in, right knee drawing in. Have your strap handy. The left foot can either come to the floor, or you can extend the left leg long and flex the left foot. Just hugging that right knee into the chest. Can even feel nice here to make some little circles with that right knee, gently drawing it in towards the armpit, circling it around. So it doesn't have to be any big movement, just playing with that for a few breaths. And then whenever you feel ready, you can take the strap around the ball of that right foot and extend the right leg up towards the ceiling. That left leg can either be long or the foot can be flat on the floor. Find what works for you here. Keeping the head, the shoulders relaxed. Feel as though you're extending up through the right heel, grounding down through the right hip, opening up through the back of that right leg. Take a last round of breath on that side. And then you can release that right leg down. Pause, either feet flat on the floor or legs extended, whatever feels most comfortable. A few nice breaths, breathing into the belly, soften the lower back. And then drawing the left knee in towards the chest. So we'll take other side. A few nice full deep breaths here. So root chakra, we also think about all those early relationships that we had with our parents or our primary caregivers. About the foundation that those relationships provided for the rest of our lives. Maybe make some little circles with that left knee, if that calls to you. And even perhaps if those early relationships weren't always easy, Hopefully moving to this place of understanding and being able to hold those early relationships in a place of love, providing that stability as you move forward in your life. So strap around that left foot when you're ready. Extend that left leg up towards the ceiling. Left heel reaching upward, left hip rooting down into the earth. Notice how this side's feeling. Soften across the collarbones. Finding that flow of your breath here. Use that breath to really help open up here through that left hamstring. Just a few more rounds of breath. End of your next exhale. Draw that left knee then into the chest. Allow the right leg to join it. Hug the knees together towards you. And however you wish to get there, we're going to come up to child's pose. You can either rock up or you can roll to one side. We're going to come all the way up and find ourselves in a nice wide-kneed child's pose. Big toes touching, hips to the heels. Allow the upper body to lengthen, and the head can rest either on your mat, on your hands, or on a block. Support under the knees if you need to. Release any gripping through the hips and the lower back. Release any tension through the back of the neck, the sides of the neck, the shoulders. And again, we're really feeling into our connection to the earth. Feel the hands, maybe the fingers on the floor. Feel the lower legs. Just notice the parts of the body providing foundation for you here. And in finding that foundation, can you soften even more? Just a couple more breaths here. With your next inhale, looking up. With your exhale, come up through all fours and come all the way down onto your belly. The hands are under the shoulders, tops of the feet are on the floor. Little cobra with your inhale, looking up. Exhale, lower back down. Keep those elbows snug towards the rib cage. Inhale, push back through all fours. Exhale back to child's pose, resting here for a few breaths. Next, inhale, just move with your breath. Same thing, come up through all fours. Exhale, lower. Inhale, little cobra. Exhale, lower the head. Push into the floor with the hands. come up through all fours. Exhale, child's pose, relax. We're going to take that one more time. Move with your breath. As you inhale, come up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, little cobra. Exhale, lower the head. Inhale, push back through all fours. Exhale, finding the cave of your child's pose once again, softening the head to either the hands, the floor, your block, letting the weight of the head be supported by something. Finding 3 nice full deep breaths here. Moving on your next inhale. Come back to all fours this time. Exhale, root into the hands and the lower legs. Moving through cat-cow. Inhale, lift the head, the heart, the tailbone. Exhale, round. Drawing the belly button in and up, arching through the back. Move with your breath. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, rounding. Perhaps close your eyes here and really feel in to the flow of the breath. Keep those arms nice and strong. The fingers are spread. Imagine you are creating a perfect handprint in the sand. Really feel down into the roots that your hands provide, the roots of the knees, the lower legs. Take a couple more rounds of your cat-cow. Whenever you feel ready, end of your cat pose, end of your exhale, you can turn that into a downward facing dog. Tucking the toes, lifting the hips. And for this first one, we can play a little bit with finding the weight here, how it's distributed through the body. You may want to rock forward a little bit, rock back, gently rock side to side. Maybe pedal the feet up and down so you're bending the knees, dropping the heels towards the earth. And then find a couple of nice deep breaths in stillness, looking back towards the toes. End of your next exhale, let the knees come back down to the floor, and we're going to take 3 more rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, rounding. 2 more times, moving with your breath. End of that 3rd set. Add on downward facing dog once again, lifting the knees, taking the weight back into your heels. Rooting down through your hands, through the feet. Seeing if you can evenly balance that weight distribution between the arms and the legs. Enjoy one more full deep round of breath there. And then we're going to tiptoe the feet up towards the hands. Take your time, coming up near the top of your yoga mat. And we're in a forward fold here. And do as you wish in this forward fold. The hands can stay on the floor, or you could hold on to your opposite elbows. Just any forward fold that calls to you. Keep the knees soft if you need them to be soft. Let the head hang. Take one more nice full deep breath. And then bend the knees and slowly roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Take your time, no hurry. Keep pushing down into the feet. Feel the support that the feet offer you here, the legs. And when you come to standing, inhale, reach those arms overhead, and exhale, bring the hands to rest at the heart. Find your mountain pose. And as we're thinking about finding foundation, finding that place of stability, take a moment to really stand tall here. Let the spine be long, crown of the head extending upwards. Gently draw in through the core. Take a few nice deep breaths here, rooting into the feet. Think about that foundation that the feet and the legs offer you. One more breath. With an inhale, sweep arms overhead, and with your exhale, fold forwards, bowing over the legs. Inhale, lift the heart, look up halfway, and with your exhale, step back with the left foot, so the left knee comes to the floor and we're in a low lunge. Yeah, wonderful. Support that knee if you need to. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. And exhale, circle the hands back, maybe to blocks if you have them, or to the floor. And we're just going to play a little bit here with inhale, rocking forwards with the hips. Exhale, dropping the hips back. Wonderful, you guys. Whenever you feel ready, you can take those hips back, straightening that right leg and flex that right foot maybe. Bow the head over that right leg. Soften through the upper back. Soften and release through the shoulders. Enjoy one more full deep round of breath there. And with your inhale, bend that right knee. So we're going to come up and do a few gentle standing poses here. So when you're ready, lift the back knee. Bring both of the hands to the inside of the right foot and spin yourself around so you're facing the long left edge of your yoga mat. We're in our wide leg forward fold. Inhale, lift the heart, look up, and with your exhale, fold forwards here. And if it works for you and it feels supportive, you could always place a block under your forehead. If that does not work or doesn't feel good, of course, don't do it. Staying there in your forward fold. If you need to keep a little bend in your knees, do so. Feel down into the roots that the feet are providing for you. Enjoy one last full deep round of breath. That's a great down dog, Piggy. Inhale, lift the heart, look up. Exhale, draw your hands to your hips, strong legs here. Inhale, come up to standing and pause. We're thinking foundations, we're thinking the roots of the feet and the legs. Turn the right foot to face the front of your mat. Keep the hands at the hips for a moment, and we're going to play with really feeling in to the support that the legs provide. Inhale here, leg is straight. Exhale, bend that right knee. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. And just play with this a little bit. It doesn't have to be a big movement. Just feeling into the support of the feet. That right hip stays tucked under. Next time you bend that right knee, stay there. We're going to turn this into our warrior two. Take the arms long. Look along your right fingertips. Feel in to the roots of the feet. Feel that opening through the hips, through the shoulders. We're going to move with the breath here. Inhale, reverse warrior, and exhale, side angle. Inhale, come back to warrior two. Exhale, feel down into the feet. One more time. Inhale, so just feel the foundation that the legs are providing for you. Exhale. Inhale, warrior two. And exhale, staying here. One more breath. Bring the hands back to the hips. Take your time, hopping yourself back to the top of your mat. Stand up tall. Find your mountain pose. 2 more breaths. You want to take same thing on the other side. So with an inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, looking up. Exhale, fold forward, gazing down towards your toes. Inhale, the heart lifts, look up halfway. And exhale, this time we're stepping back with that right foot so the right knee comes to the floor. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead, low lunge. Exhale, hands to either the floor or your blocks. And again, we're playing gently with moving the hips here. Inhale, rocking forwards a little bit. Exhale, dropping the hips back a few times. When you feel ready, you can drop those hips back, straightening that left leg this time, possibly flex that left foot and bow the head. Even, smooth, steady breaths. Two more breaths. With your next inhale, bend that left knee. Now bringing the hands to the inside of that left foot. Lift the right knee off the floor and rotate round to face the long right edge of your mat. Inhale, the heart lifts. Exhale, fold. As before, if a block feels supportive, take one. You could play with maybe a variation here, holding, bringing the hands to your shins. You may want to interlace the hands behind the back. Whatever is calling to you, just honoring that place where you are. Imagine you were isometrically drawing the heels, the feet towards one another. Feel those inner leg muscles activating as well as the outer ones supporting you. Wonderful, you guys. Soften and relax through the back of the neck. Take a final round of breath here. Inhale, lift the heart, look up halfway. Exhale, draw the hands to your hips, strong legs. Inhale, up to standing. Pause. We'll turn left foot out this time, hands staying at the hips. And again, we'll just play with rooting down through the feet. Exhale as you bend that left knee. Inhale as you straighten. And it doesn't have to be a big movement. Playing with this a few more times. Wonderful. Next time that left knee bends, stay there. Tuck this left hip under. And when you're ready, your arms can go long. Look along those left fingertips. Wonderful, you guys. Feel down into the strength of the legs, your support in the earth. Inhale, reverse. Right hand down the right leg. Exhale, side angle, left arm to left thigh. Inhale, back to warrior two, just flowing with your breath. Exhale, feel down into the feet. One more time, moving with your breath. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, back to warrior two. And exhale, feel down into the feet. Wonderful. Enjoying a last full deep round of breath. Bring the hands to the hips and take your time, finding your way back to the top of the mat. Stand tall in your mountain pose. We are going to finish our standing poses with tree pose. So we'll have our foundation leg, first of all, as our right foot. If you wish, you can have a little kickstand with the left foot, and that might be tree. If you're feeling more steady, I invite you to bring that left foot up to the right thigh, push that right foot into the right thigh into the left foot, and then find your tree here. And often we think with this pose of the foot being that place that's rooting into the earth. Playing with changing that idea a tiny bit as we feel into our roots. Imagine the earth of your tree coming up and your hips being where the trunk of the tree starts. Does that change the stability of the pose in any way for you? If the branches of your tree wish to reach up, allow them to do so. Wonderful. Another nice way to do this pose is to also face a wall where there's no distractions. And you may find that it's easier to hold your balance there. We'll take one last breath. Woo! With an exhale, allow yourself to release back and find your mountain pose. Stand tall. Couple of breaths. When you're ready, switch sides. Left leg's your foundation. Feel the roots grounding you here. Draw that right leg up as far or as low as works for you today. Hands resting at the heart for a moment. And when you feel ready, extend the branches of your tree up. This is such a great grounding pose, literally, for stability, for balance, for foundation. It's a lovely affirmation I heard quite some time ago, which was in this pose, I find through the storm, oh dear, I've totally lost it now. I find tranquility through the storm of life. So it's like really standing strong in that tree pose. And we'll release back to our mountain pose. Stand up tall. Take a few breaths. We're going to separate the feet enough. We're going to come down into a squat. So if you want to have a block or something behind you, please do so. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. And with your exhale, bend those knees and come down into your squat. If you need to be sitting on something, prop yourself up. Allow the spine to be long. Root down into the feet. Just a couple more breaths here. With an exhale, just allow yourself to come down to the floor. Shake out through the legs. Wonderful, you guys. We are going to come into another restorative pose. And if you have a bolster, you can use the bolster. In this case, I'm using these blankets. And I'm going to come to sitting here, almost repeating our tree pose. Left foot draws in, right leg is long. You're going to make a little bridge to support your bolster or your blankets. I'm using 2 blocks. You could also use pillows if you're at home. Set your bridge up here. Other nice thing, it may feel nice to also sit up on something. I can hand you guys something if you wish. Take your time here. Take a few breaths with that right foot flexed. Allow the spine to be long. And then with an exhale, you can fold forwards here and move the bridge, your support, to wherever works for you so that you can rest your head on it. And then release any gripping through the right foot. You can release the flex of the right foot. And allow yourself to soften. See if I can make this any more supportive for you. Just that. I don't want to invade your space here, so. Yeah, no worries, and you don't have to. If the stack is in your way, you can also just support yourselves with your hands and use the support of the arms. So allowing yourself as much as possible to be supported here by the props, but if the props don't support you, feel free to push them to one side, and you could always just use the arms here to support you and bow the head forward. That's maybe better. Excellent. So wherever you are, finding that place where you can just let go. Noticing your connection down into the earth through the roots of your sitting bones. Feel that you are evenly rooting down. Notice where the legs are in contact with the floor supporting you. Notice if there's a tendency to maybe lean more over to one side than the other. Can you find a degree of balance there? And then if you are using the props to support your head, can you let go any more? Can you feel into the support that they offer you to soften through the back of the neck and the shoulders? Soften around the face, the jaw. Enjoy a few more deep breaths, really opening and expanding through the back of the body. On an inhale, take your time lifting the head and coming up out of this. I'm going to just push the little bridge, the stack of props, out the way. And cross this left leg over the right. Right foot flexes. Sit up tall. Hug that left knee in. Slide the left hand behind you. And find a twist here, opening through the shoulders, through the chest. Last round of breath there in that twist. End of your exhale, unwind and find center. And then we're going to let this left leg rest just on the upper thigh there. Bring the hands behind you for support and bend this right knee. Flex your left foot. And it's like you're in a seated pigeon pose. Feel down into the right foot, connecting into the earth. Push down into that right foot. And at the same time, you can isometrically or even with your hand push this left knee gently away from you to open up through that left hip flexor. Take a few more nice breaths. One more breath there. And release that right leg, release your left leg. If you wish to shake out a little bit, do so. And then coming into the pose on the other side, that right leg draws up. And we're using our stack. If we're using one, bring it forward, flex the left foot. Sit up tall, enjoy a few breaths, really lengthening through the spine. And when you feel ready on an exhale, lower yourself forward. And again, just play with this. The stack does provide some support for you here. You can release the flex of the foot. Even, smooth, steady breaths here. Find that opening through the back of the body. The root chakra really reminds us of our connection to the earth. For those times maybe which are less stable, knowing that just the earth supports you. And in turn, how can we be a little kinder to this planet that we live on? What small or big changes can you pull into your daily practice to work to benefit the planet? Your last few breaths here, what can you let go of? Where can you soften? Going to move on an inhale, taking your time to come up. Again, allow the props to move out the way. We're going to cross our right leg over the left. Find your little twist here. Hug the knee in towards you. Slide the right hand behind you. Flex that left foot. Looking over that right shoulder. The spine stays long. Final round of breath there. End of your exhale, unwind. And we'll take that seated pigeon again. Take your time here, support yourself with the hands, bend that left knee, and the right leg is rested on that left thigh. You can flex that right foot, push down into the left foot. And of course, know that you can always take this variation laying down. That figure 4. One last round of breath here. And release the legs and just shake out. We'll roll down onto our backs, hug the knees into the chest again, and take your time finding any variation of twist that works for you. Taking the legs to the right. The legs could be together. You could take a single leg over. You could cross the legs. And turn the head in the opposite direction. One more breath on that side. Move with your inhale. Find center. And the same thing on your other side. Let the floor support you with your legs. Let them come over, even if it's just the feet resting on the floor. If it works to turn your head in the opposite direction to the legs, do so. Allow the shoulders to rest on the floor so that the chest opens. One more breath on that side. With your inhale, come back to center. So we're going to take Shavasana now. If you need to make any last little adjustments, please do so. If you wish to use any props that we have out, it may feel nice to place some pillows or blanket under the knees. Feel free to get as comfy as you can here. Take your time. And cover the eyes if you've got something handy. Roll the shoulders a last time down the back. Allow the palms to face upward. Make any little wriggles, any adjustments you need to once again feel fully supported and stable here. Allowing yourself to find that place of ease, that place of balance. Closing the eyes. Feel the back of the head heavy on the floor. Soften across the scalp and across your forehead. Relax around your eyes. Relax any tension through the jaw, the mouth. Feel the coolness of your breath on the back of the throat, and soften the throat and the neck, the sides of the neck. Notice the backs of the shoulders on the floor, and soften through the upper back. Soften across the chest. Relax down the arms from your shoulders to your elbows, to your wrists, your palms, your fingers, your thumbs. Notice the gentle flow of the breath in the rib cage, in the belly. Soften the rib cage, soften the belly, soften the lower back. Allow the hips to relax. And relax all the way down the legs, thighs, backs of the thighs, your knees and the backs of your knees, shins, calves, ankles, feet, toes. Feeling into the support of the earth beneath you. And letting go of what no longer serves you, moving forward from this moment. Allowing each exhale just to be that sense of releasing and letting go. Each inhale, a chance to bring in new energy, infinite possibility. In the stillness, follow the breath. Starting to invite some deeper breaths back into your body. When you're ready, just inviting some movement back to the fingers, the toes, the wrists and the ankles. Maybe taking the arms overhead and getting a nice stretch from fingers to toes. And then slowly rolling to one side and taking your time to come up to sitting. Keeping your gaze turned inward when you come to sitting. Allow yourself to feel supported here. Maybe sit up on something if you wish. Allow your spine to be long. Release any holding and tension through the shoulders. Take a moment to notice the legs, the feet, the sitting bones, the hips, grounding you. And gratitude for all that supports us. You can join the hands at the heart and just bow the head. Taking a moment to just honor yourself for putting this work in, showing up for your practice. And now the real yoga begins, taking everything that we have learned on our mats, in our practice, off of our mats. So may that sense of stability, that sense of foundation and groundedness follow you into the rest of your day or your evening. So thank you so much for practicing with me today, both in person and virtually. Happy Friday. I bow to you. Namaste.